This looks like the new S26, but I paid less than $150 for it. Is it real or a complete scam? Let's test it. Yes or no? The phone comes with a sleek design that looks very similar to the Samsung S26. It has flat edges, just like a modern flagship device. It even includes a stylus, but honestly, the quality feels very cheap. Now, let's power it on and check the real specifications, the storage capacity, the RAM, the camera quality, and of course, the overall performance. The phone is made by a brand called AirTab, but it's not a well-known manufacturer like Samsung. AirTab is essentially a budget brand label used on cheap Android tablets and devices made in China. These products often claim high specs on paper, but the real hardware inside can be very different. According to the settings, this phone comes with 1 terabyte of storage. That sounds impressive, especially for a budget device like this. But with clone phones, the numbers in the system don't always reflect the real hardware. So the real question is it truly 1 terabyte or just a fake number? According to the device information, this phone is running Android 15. It also claims to have 1 terabyte of storage and 24 gigabytes of RAM. On paper, these are flagship-level specifications. But for a budget clone phone, this sounds extremely suspicious. So now we need to verify if these numbers are real. Now, we're going to download a CPU and RAM monitoring app to check the real specifications of this phone. Because with clone devices, the information shown in the settings is not always the real hardware inside. Let's see what's actually powering this device. And here's the truth. This phone is not running Android 15, it's running Android 8.1. It doesn't have 24 gigabytes of RAM, it only has 3 gigabytes. And the 1 terabyte storage, it's actually just 32 gigabytes. This confirms it. The specifications shown in the settings were completely fake. Now, let's test the camera. The camera didn't open from the first tap, which is already not a good sign. Let's take a photo. The image quality is honestly below average. The details are soft and the colors don't look very accurate. We can also record a video, but switching between camera modes works by swiping, not tapping, which feels unusual. And the video quality? It's also somewhat low, especially compared to what this phone claims to be. The camera claims to have 10 different shooting modes, but the real question is, are they actually working or just fake labels? Let's test them one by one. The phone has 3 camera lenses on the back, but in many clone devices, only one of them is actually real. So let's test it. I'm going to cover the bottom lenses and switch between camera modes. And as expected, the image is still coming from the same single sensor. This confirms that only one camera is functional. The other lenses appear to be decorative. Now let's check if the flash actually works. I'm going to turn it on. Okay, the flash does activate, but the brightness is not very strong and it doesn't look very consistent. So technically it works, but the quality is clearly budget level. Now it's time for the real performance test. We're installing PUBG to see if this phone can actually handle gaming. Let's see if it even runs, and if it does, how many frames per second can it deliver?
A few moments later.
The game has finally loaded. Now we're jumping out of the plane. This is where performance really gets tested. If the phone can handle this moment smoothly, that would be impressive. Now let's check the frame rate. The phone is running PUBG on balanced graphics, which means roughly around 20 frames per second. In real gameplay, the performance feels below average. You can clearly notice frame drops, especially when enemies get close or during intense fights. Considering the price, this level of performance is not surprising. But for a phone that claims high-end specifications, this is definitely disappointing. Honestly, this device seems better suited for its appearance rather than real performance. After about 15 minutes of gameplay, the phone has become noticeably hot. At this point, we can clearly say this device is not suitable for heavy gaming. Now let's move on to the stylus that comes with the phone. Is it actually functional or just another cosmetic feature? The stylus is unreliable. The performance is weak. The specifications were fake. And honestly, this phone doesn't deserve a second chance. So there's only one thing left to do. Let's end this test properly. And that's it. Now, after testing almost everything on this phone, we can confidently say that it doesn't live up to its claims. From fake specifications to weak performance and poor camera quality, the overall experience is clearly below what was advertised. So what do you think? Is it worth it or not? And if there's anything specific you'd like us to test on this phone, write it down in the comments and we'll try it in the next video.